The SP-404 Mark II is great for multi-section music. Let's get into it as soon as I shout out today's patron, and that patron shout out goes to Thomas Antila. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. This is part 3 of my making a full SP-404 Mark II song from start to finish. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, I highly recommend going back and checking those out and then coming back and watching this one. Today, we are jumping into the B section of our song. Now, I'm a big fan of music with B, C, maybe even D, E, or F sections. Multiple sections of music to keep things changing up, keep your listener engaged. In my opinion, it's a very important part of music and something that a lot of, especially newcomers to just music in general, kind of skip over. But you typically want to have some sort of second or even third section to change things up. And unfortunately, there are a lot of grooveboxes out there that kind of limit you on patterns, which can make that kind of difficult. But as you'll see in this video, the SP-404 Mark II is excellent at this. And that's because of how it's structured, really. Each one of these pads here is a sample. You get 16 pads per sample bank, and you get 10 banks per project. Each sample can be up to 16 minutes long, so you can have full sections just on a single pad, or maybe just 2 or 3 pads. It's really simple. So I've got 4 samples up here, and these are all part of the A section. So let's put our B section samples down here. A quick refresher on how our song sounds. Here's the melody, the bass line, and some stand-in drums. Okay, so the B section actually has a different bass line, a different melody, and a different chord progression. So rather than just sitting in B minor, which is what that melody does, you know, this actually drops down to A major and G major. Then E minor, G major to D, E minor, F sharp minor, back to B minor. Okay? Right there. As you can hear, the puppy has just woken up from her nap. My wife is home now for the summer. She's a teacher, so she is taking care of her. So thank you. So let's record these chords for the B section. Now, I'm not going to play the lower notes because we're actually going to bring in a proper bass. But to record these chords in, we do need to make sure that we're in 7/4. Yep. Okay, perfect. I'm not going to set a length for this sample. I'm just going to let it go. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think my timing was decent there. I am going to go in and normalize it so we can bring the volume down, turn gate off. Luckily, these chords are super washy, so the timing doesn't have to be like perfect. I'm using Perfect Waves, ironically. Preset from vintagesoundset.com. Snap a photo of that there. Cool. Now I'm actually going to move this sample and put it over here using the exchange function. That's just so it's sitting under the chords from part A. So now the chords are right there. So let's get the bass line now. And the bass line I used, I just checked my phone, was the Moog sub bass right there. So let's try this. Yeah, then we're right back to the line. Okay, cool. So let's record this in now. I'm going to put it right here on pad 5, directly under pad 1, where the bass line for part A was. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's go ahead and select that. We'll normalize it and then bring the level down. Okay, now we'll play it with the chords. Oh yeah. And I know the levels are all way off. Someone will probably say that in the comments, but we're going to fix that after the fact. So that's the B section in its simplest form, right? Nice and simple. So let's go ahead and maybe add some ARPy bells or something to it again. I like that vibe. Maybe I'll just improvise a melody over that. That could be fun. So let's use resample for this, okay? So I hit resample, then I'm gonna press record setting and set the routing to external in. Whoop, there we go. So now it's not going to record the samples again. It's just gonna record what's coming in, but I can actually play over the existing audio. So check this out. We're gonna pick our destination, which is gonna be pad 8. Now it's waiting for me to start playing, but I can also play pads already on the 404 and listen to things, right? So here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that was okay. So now, yeah, cool. Let's go ahead and sequence our B section. Okay, so let's hit record. We're gonna set our time signature to 7/4. Now, I believe this needs to be 5 bars long. I could be wrong. We will see. That's why this is an extended series. TR-Rec mode. Yes, we want to punch our notes in. Push rec, so now we're running in the sequencer. Subpad lets us select the sample we want to sequence. Our bass line goes on beat 1. Our chords and our ARP, all on beat 1. Now, when it loops back around, it's going to play. Here we go. Okay, that sounds pretty good for our B section. I'm liking it. I'm going to take a picture of the preset I used for the bells. Okay, so I'm liking our B section. Let's copy it down here and add one with drums. Rec, 5 bars is good. Yep. Not TR-Rec, we want real time. No quantization, hit record and finger drum. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's transition now from our melody to our B section, back to our melody. right, again, we have laid a really solid foundation now for not only our A section, but also our B section. As you can see, the SP-404 Mark II is great for multi-section music. It's really as easy as just figuring out how you want to lay everything out across the pads. I like to go A section, B section, and then drums, and then have pads here that typically go in multiple sections. Or if I have a lot of samples in one section, don't forget you can just go to a different bank. The pattern sequencer does not care where the samples are located, so you can still switch between patterns really easily, even if those patterns have samples from bank A all the way to bank E or J. You know, it's really no problem at all. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Hope you're enjoying this little series. If you are, be sure to subscribe. There's a lot more coming, and Freebeat Live 2026 also looms on the horizon. That's what I'm working on this for. Hope you're excited for it. I sure am. More information on that coming very soon. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.